Hi, beautiful souls. Today we will look into what um, what exactly do you need to heal from your past lives. If you have chosen this particular image, then this is your reading. So let's first decode the picture that you were attracted to from your past life. We will explore, I think, one, two, or two to three past lives. We'll pick up, certain incidents, particular things that have not been healed yet, and they are kind of impacting your present life. So we'll dive deep into that. But looking at the picture, I can say that you need to master strength, something which has terrified you in your past lives. In this life, you have to master that and overcome that. You can no longer be scared about them. So let's just see what are we actually talking about. Okay, I'm getting visions of a war-like situation. So you are probably man in this particular past life, and you had to go to a war. Okay, and while the war was, you came out victorious. The country or the side which you were fighting for, you were victorious. But what happened was, um, you lost your family in that war. You lost your very happy family, your wife, your children, and that trauma that has still not been healed. You have not grieved that loss of family. You've tried to run away from the pain, but it has not helped. That is one timeline that I can see. Another timeline I can see is that you were betrayed by a lover. Yes, you were betrayed by a lover, and this was a kind of lover. Now, in this life, I'm not sure if you're a man or woman. I'm not getting that vision, but that's not important, I guess. Um, the part which needs to be healed is the betrayal, because it is impacting your current life. You're not able to trust people easily, and you always feel like people will abandon you, they will betray you, they'll cheat on you. It's almost like there is a deep set fear you cannot explain, right? And it's impacting your current relationship, or your relationship dynamics with your current partner. This person was quite immature. He was attracted to you, or she was attracted to you, on a superficial level, not on a soul level. And this is why when they got a chance to run away because things were getting difficult, they just ran away, leaving you alone. They betrayed you, and you've still not healed that at a soul level. Okay, so we got two timelines from here. One is, and both of them are impacting your relationships, your personal relationships. So what exactly you need to heal on? Let's see. Relaxation, peaceful pursuits, happy times. Okay, right. So A, you need to let go the feeling of that you something bad is going to happen. It won't. It's from your past life. And even if it does, even if someone um, would want to break up with you or would want to move forward, please understand that you are no longer helpless. You are very much empowered to make your own decisions. You can move forward in life. One single person, cannot dictate the way your life will shape. If a partnership comes into life, be open to it, celebrate it. But in the future, if it does not work, you will get your lessons. But it's not something that will devastate you completely, because right now in this life you are doing quite well, but it's your relationships that are taking a setback, and I can see why. Trauma from two past lives. You also probably carry a lot of guilt that you had to go away to the war and you were not there for your family. So you have to let go of that guilt as well, because you were doing your duty in this life. If you feel guilty of leaving your family behind, your children, your spouse behind, and go to work, and you feel something bad might happen while you are not at home or with them, again, this is the feeling which you have to reflect on. And you can probably do a lot of journaling now that we know what has happened, and slowly meditate on these feelings, and slowly release them from your soul, from your aura, because this is not just physical, it's in your energy body as well. Journaling will help you a lot, that why are you feeling that your partner might abandon you, or you'll get cheated on. You feel guilty while going to work, while going to your duty, you feel that something bad might happen. So in a realistic sense, you can take precautions. It's always good to be aware and preventative. Like if you feel something bad will happen, take the necessary precautions, for your children, for your spouse, safety precautions, I mean. And give life a chance, give this life a chance. Learn to trust a bit. Okay. Pray, have faith. Faith will move mountains. So begin your healing journey. What happened was not your fault, but now that we know what happened, you can slowly move forward ahead of your fears. Happy times are ahead for you. Do not worry about that. Absolutely don't worry about that. Um, Good times are ahead in terms of your work life balance, your relationships, your own relationship with your own self. So relax a bit, take a vacation if required, if you feel that, and these perspectives will come into place for you very soon. But you need to take some efforts. If at all you're watching this, do some deep reflection work on how do you feel about your current relationships with your family and your partner. Are you really scared that they are going to cheat on you? Do you have insecurities, or do you carry a guilt of lifetimes, that if you're not there something bad might happen? Journal on them, meditate, and pray. Ask God's help to help you release these feelings, because they are no longer serving you. Okay, so you can manifest a peaceful life, a happy life for yourself. This is absolutely in this timeline, so you can do that. Okay, so I hope this reading was helpful for you. Thank you so much for being here, and namaste. Hi, beautiful souls. If you have chosen this picture, you're pal too. So, welcome to your reading. Before we get into the tarot, I have already shuffled and laid out the cards, but before we get into the tarot, this picture is giving the overall theme of what needs to be healed, and I can see that you need to let go of the deep darkness that you have in your heart. You have to light a ray of hope that your future is not doomed. Let's get into the timelines and stories. I can see two timelines coming through, two stories coming through, on what happened and what actually needs to be healed. So take what resonates for you. If it's applicable, you will know right away in your heart that, yeah, it holds true for me. Okay. So in this one lifetime, I can see, and we're talking ancient times, okay, about kings and queens and conquerors and battles and wars. In this particular lifetime, you were under a rule of a very cruel dictator, a king who was ruthless, and you were executed by him. Now, I'm not channeling and going deeper into why you were executed. That's not important, actually. You were executed, under this dictator's rule, and what happened was you died earlier than what your soul had decided for that lifetime. If it makes sense. Before we are born, we decide how long we want to live. But in this particular lifetime, this incident happened, and what you had planned just got abrupted, disturbed. It was your soul contracts could not be completed. You had accumulated a lot of treasure, a lot of wealth, but you could not, how to explain it? You could not really um, bathe yourself in the joy of materialistic pleasure, if it makes sense. You could not really, use your wealth or indulge in your wealth. And that's a big grudge that you hold. You're still holding. Why it happened to me? Why? I didn't do anything. I mean, I didn't do, it was not my fault. I had worked hard to build my wealth, to build my treasure. And I was executed for no fault of mine. And how this is impacting your current life. You are not able to enjoy what you have right now. Materialistically, you feel that something might happen. There is this deep fear down in your heart somewhere that if you enjoy too much, um, something bad will happen. Yeah, these are the right words. If you enjoy too much, materialistically, if you indulge, if you spend, even your own hard-earned wealth, you feel that something bad is going to happen. You don't really like your bosses or your authorities. You feel like they're always working against you. I'm talking about the current life. You feel that way. The kind of blocks you're experiencing now, it's coming from this particular past life. Okay. Now, you have changed. I mean, of course, we have come along a long way, and but your soul still holds the grudge. So what do you need to do? You need to forgive. And I know it's very, very hard. It's very, very hard. It feels like we are whitewashing here, but holding the grudge on what had happened, it's not helping you. If you have to move forward happily in your life and enjoy what you are earning, what you're building, what you're accumulating, the wealth you're building, you have to forgive. Even if you don't understand right now what's happening, just say a prayer of forgiveness every night before you go to sleep, that I forgive you. Even though I was not at fault, I let it go and I choose to move forward in my life. I will no longer let things which happen in my past influence me in my future. I take control of my future. So say a prayer in this line, and around these words every day, at least for a month, and then you will start seeing the changes. Trust me, you'll start seeing the changes. That was one timeline, one story I could see. Another was around your personal relationship, around love, romantic love. You had a huge heartbreak. A knight in shining armor, yeah, those are the right words, had come in your life, but you got betrayed. Betrayed not by the person, but the people around you. They were not happy that how could you get someone so brave, so handsome or beautiful, so rich, and how could they fall for you instead of them? And they worked against you, plans and plots to destroy your relationship. But guess what? That was your divine partner, your soulmate, and the love still exists. But the betrayal that happened, I mean, they could not separate you. I think they could separate you physically in that lifetime, but at a soul level, you're connected. You're soulmates, okay? So that love has not gone anywhere. But the betrayal that happened, the pain in your heart, it's still there. And how is it impacting you in your current life? Your friendships, friends versus boyfriends, girlfriends. You feel um, one will clash against the other. You feel your friends are not comfortable with the partner, or a particular friend is trying to hit on your partner, or they're trying to create misunderstandings. You feel that. I'm not saying it exists, but deep down there might be a fear. Okay, so reflect, self-reflect. How are the situations going on in your life? Do you feel that way? How do you feel about love? How do you feel about your romantic relationships? Are you scared that even though things are perfect, will it end? Will you be heartbroken? Is it too perfect? Is it too good for you? Do you often question yourself that are you even worthy of a relationship like this? Do you feel that your friends, your family, people are jealous of how can you get such a good partner, and they may try to create problems? Do you feel these such way? Sit and journal. The timeline will come across to you via your intuition. But these are the two stories that I could pick up on your past life that you need to heal. What's going on? What's coming for you in this life? You are going to lead a very happy family life. You're going to expand your legacy. The wealth that you are creating, it's going to expand. If you're doing a business, if you're a business owner, it's going to expand. You're creating a brand which will become a legacy in the coming years. Your children, they will carry forward your teachings, your values. Things are just so good for you in this life. But few things are holding you back deep down in your heart. You know you're feeling them. So be completely honest, sit and journal. Do the prayer that I said. Do that prayer of forgiveness, even if you don't consciously know who you are forgiving. But if you feel like it's holding you back, then you need to forgive and move on. Indulge a bit in your wealth. It's your own wealth. I'm not saying to go, rogue and just blow away all the money. But you need to indulge a bit in your own wealth so that you can heal from this trauma, that that justice couldn't be done to you in that life. So indulge now in your own hard-earned money. Take control of your relationship, the way you feel about your relationship. Because the love that you have is eternal. Okay, it's from past lives. It's still there. So don't worry about that. You just worry about if you feel your heart will break again. All right, so do these things, and I hope these stories helped. This reading helped. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.